Yes, sirree. That may be why. Let's go to Pro. So starting off here, we have our micro caps scanner. We have Swivel leading the day with 74% up. We have CISS behind that, ELPW, YJ, Fuse, EVTV, NAM, AMOD, Hind, and ACCL. All right, so this is our micro cap scanner. Let's jump over to the non-micros. We have AQST up here. We have Oracle up here. We haven't seen that one in a while, but it's coming on up and starting to try to lead the day in the non-micros at Oracle, and they do have some news on today, AI Gold Rush and all of that. So we'll see how all of that plays out. Interesting one that I saw today though is where'd it go? Fuse has a little bit of catalyst that may do something later on if it does get overshadowed today. It actually got a partnership. It got a partnership with IBM. So I think Fuse in the future will be something to watch. It's $1.71 right now, but with that partnership, could do some things. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on Fuse as well. But Swivel is the thing that is leading right now. Came from 203 up to 344. And it's coming on down now. I'm definitely keeping Fuse on watch for later on. I don't know if it'll be later on in the month or whatever, but they got a 5-year contract with IBM. They're probably going to be worth a little bit more than what they're worth now. So definitely going to keep that one on watch. All right, let's start to get into some research here. So first, let's look at Swivel and see what is going on here. SWVL. All right, Swivel profile. All right, so this one is out of the United Arab Emirates. This is Swivel Holdings Corp, a technology-driven disruptive mobility company. Um, Provides mass transit solutions in Egypt, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. It offers B2C product which provides riders with a network of minibuses and other vehicles operating on fixed and semi-fixed routes throughout and between the cities it serves, and Swivel Business, a transport as a company, service, and software as a service. Oh my goodness, it's so much. All right, well, yeah, it's a technology platform out of the United Emirates. They have industrials, railroads with 284 employees out there, still up 50%, but has given back quite a bit off the top. Swivel. Not super interesting news. Let's see who's next. CISS. Don't see any current news. Let me flip over to here. First, I'm gonna check the catalyst. That's what I'm gonna do first before I jump down into everything else. So, Swivel secures a 5-year contract for 5.5 million in the UAE. Its fastest growing um, fastest growing. Come on, pull it up. Fastest growing market following 5x growth in 2025. Dubai contract builds strong momentum. Enterprise partnerships. They're not really naming who they're partnering with. Oh man, Fuse getting on up and out of there, huh? All right, I might play with Fuse, man. It's got the IBM news and all that good stuff. And it's, let's see, so the bottom down here is 176. Fuse is gonna probably be the one that I watch today based on that news. Right at $2 right now. Got this little bit of structure down here. 190 as the bottom. So it came down here, tested, and it has a top up here of 262. I think the whole IBM thing is going to push it. Partnership to deliver enterprise AI solutions, and it's within the AI solution deal. So yeah, looking like it can be a little rowdy here. Definitely some big moves out there. Let me go ahead and take that off. Remove. Right. Just looking for structure at this point. Slowly making its way up as well. Definitely not number one, but it's creeping and it has some pretty good news. So, but I don't know if today is gonna be, that day one drop that it's gonna people are gonna really, love it. DKI also up 197%. So people need to leave DKI and try to come over here. Fuse is starting to look like a 20% struggler. Up and down. Has the bottom here right at the 2. This is the only one I'm really interested in, that catalyst with IBM. Just throwing them up there. Let's qualify that one again. So now it's a whole lot of opportunity for dips back to the $2 level. Starting to get a more natural ebb and flow. See if it continues to do that or if it wants to just rip. Top was 262, so it's definitely close to where it can rip out. ATR on this one was 18 cents, which it can, we're seeing it can definitely do 18 cents pretty easily. Still making its way up the charts though. Really haven't found a true respect level up here uh to be respected. Got room. So the start of this initial uptrend was all the way down here at 168. Six million shares traded for Fuse. Good morning, Donnell. Watching Fuse right now. Has some pretty good catalysts on it. It is a partnership, but it's a partnership with a named company, which was IBM. So I'm looking for structure, some type of something here. It's up 42% with 6 million shares. It does have some competition from DKI up here. DKI was moving after market, yes or not yesterday, Friday. Big move up from 32 cents up to $1.87 on DKI, and now it's just right around $1. So I don't know if it's gonna be if it's gonna do anything. It's probably I just don't have a lot of faith in it. Swivel was the number one for a while, but it lost out to DKI, and it's about to be losing out to Fuse here in a second. Never mind, Fuse is team to break out. No slowdowns on this one. Whew. Wow. Fuse is absolutely ripping faces off, man. They saw the IBM and they jumped on it. All right, so that's a new high, and that disqualifies everything else that I was looking at. And it looks like it's going to continue to push. Maybe not. All right, let me go ahead and mark up this daily chart while I'm waiting. So this is Fuse's daily chart. It had a point here at 206 that it already passed. We got 224, 239, and it passed all of these levels. So these were peaks. I think there's going to be some opportunity on it anyway throughout the day. Has almost 10 million shares traded. Let me duplicate this. Mark these daily levels. It doesn't have a whole bunch of daily life. And 425 up there was the all-time highs up here. Got our daily chart marked up. A little bit of sell-off from this point, 325. All right, back over to here. Small little breakout of this level, so 268. Kind of like a challenging level for it. Almost 10 million shares traded. Definitely not an ebb and flow. Straight up parabolic move up here to the top. And now shorts are jumping on at this previous level of the 262s, but that's not really a daily level. We'll see how that hashes out. And if it starts falling back through these daily levels right now, the trend is the clearest trend is all the way down here, like one something. So that's a hefty fall back to 175. We'll see if we can get a trend inside of a trend here coming into the open. 716 right now. DKI is still grinding around with 58 million shares traded. I think I need to read more into this fuse because I really like it, but I just haven't deep dove into it yet. Let's go look into it. Got my attention. Let me make sure I'm not getting swiveled out here. Okay, fuse. So 32 minutes ago, let's see, additional investment by an existing investor. Let's go look at you, Fuse. So Fuse Machines and IBM Platinum partner. Oh, so they partner with the IBM Platinum partner. This isn't exactly IBM. Okay. Platinum partner Modulaire announced strategic partnership. Oh, okay. Okay, so that changes everything. This isn't really IBM, but people definitely jumped on it because it looked like IBM. All right, let me go ahead and notate that this is not IBM. This partnership is with a IBM Platinum member. Platinum member. That changes everything. Okay. Partnership is with IBM Platinum member. This is not IBM partnership. Okay. Let's see. So, looking down through their news here, it says partnership to deliver enterprise AI solutions to IBM based environments, focus on efficiency, automation, and intelligence. They announced a strategic, so Modulaire is the people that they're getting with. Are they talking any money here? Yeah, this is gonna be bad because I know that headline threw me off because that was all that I read. I was like, oh wait. That's why I like to get a second look at it, kind of get the emotions out of it, look at it again, and kind of realize, oh, this is a trap. Is a trap. 720. So Fuse was the only thing that I really was like, oh, I might do something with this, but after that second look, not so sure. Let's go look at the float and all of that on Fuse and the shelf registrations and all of that. Statistics. All right, so it says the float or the shares outstanding is 28.94 million. Float is 15.53. Held by insiders, held by institutions. So 32% insiders and 23% institutions. Okay. I don't really need to notate this because I know it's not IBM now. So yeah, that's enough red flag for me. Let's go to, we already looked at their profile, looked at their news and all of that. Let's go to the front page news. Oh, it just dove. Ooh, it just dove. They must have read that. They had to read it right there. That they had to read it and see that it's not actually IBM there. Look at that dump. 250 all the way down to $2. Wow. All right. On the front page news, we have Trump to launch a 12 billion mineral stockpile to counter China. We have gold claws back losses after latest heavy sell-off. Large fallout, tech earnings, jobs report. Okay, I need something clearer. All right, latest news, IDEX forecast 2020. I don't need assumptions or future forecasts. I need what's happening today. All right, Japan receives rare earth rich mud from seabed to lower reliance on China. Oracle plans to raise up to 50 billion for AI infrastructure build out. Oh my goodness, this thing is flooding down. Look, just imagine that one misread. That's what I did on the other one. I saw it had catalyst. I read that headline super quick, but didn't look back at it. Got in, and I took profit, but then the truth came out, and it just faded on me. And my stupid self added down here, looking for it to return, and then I went and read it, and I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have added to this. Should have just kept the profit I had." But yeah, that was kind of a little spoof there, and now it's only up 25%. So it looks like it's going to become a 25% struggler today. Let's see what else we got out here. Swivel. Yeah, everything else I really didn't like. So pre-market Fuse just did a little round trip up to 268, and I highly doubt it's going to make it back to that high. Highly doubt it, especially after people read the full news. All right, let's jump over here back to this. So we got Oracle, and we saw Oracle trading up here. It has 4 million. A lot of times with these large caps, if they have a lot of volume coming into the open, they're usually going to be some type of focus on the day. So over here on the non micros, we have Oracle. Then behind that we have BMNR, but Oracle is the one that's up 4%, so it's going to be receiving a little bit of action. AQST, I'm not sure why it's grinding up. Did it have some kind of says issuance of complete response letter for Anaflame. Okay, looks like some earnings. Yeah, this is earnings stuff. Anaphylaxis. Okay, yeah, that's earnings. So nothing there. Let me notate that there's earnings on AQST. Okay, back over to Oracle. It's got way too much volume to be coming into the open on a Monday. Oracle's looking like it's in focus. The news on Oracle, like they said, they plan to raise 50 billion to expand cloud infrastructure. Now they haven't raised it yet, but that's their plan. So will investors jump on that plan and try to get in, or they're gonna say, "Ooh, that's a lot of money to raise. I don't know if I want to be holding during this period. Maybe I'll catch it when it's when they near the end of this whole collection." Nvidia, got Nvidia out here as well. It's not up, it's negative, so not too sure about what that one wants to do. Palantir is up 2% with 2 million, but it's not getting that volume like Oracle. So definitely some things to watch. Fuse is now a true 20% struggler, gave all of that back. Man, I'm glad I went back and read that, bro. Oh my goodness. Partnership with the IBM Platinum partner. Man, or a platinum member. What do you need to do to be an IBM Platinum member? Shop with them a lot. Get coupons, use coupons, do that kind of thing with them, but they're not IBM. DKI continue to push up as well, up to $1.05. No news, but it had like earnings or something from Friday. Up 212% with 62 million shares traded. I don't like that one. I don't like Swivel. And now I definitely don't like Fuse, so I'm not seeing a whole lot that I really am trying to take part in here. All right. Anyway, hopefully y'all had a great weekend. You know, got a lot of rest, relaxation, and all of that good stuff. Let's see. Industrials playbook. Why optimism has returned to the sector. Why Amazon's cloud revenue growth looks promising this year. ETF inflows are surging. How to understand the price action. Yeah, my ETFs went crazy coming into end of January. Oh my whole portfolio just, I'm like, praise God. Dividend portfolio is eating, baby. Last year it was okay. Now, and these are my personal picks. These are things I just researched and things. Last year brought in 16%. Um, and that's statistically where, a lot of individual traders get to 16%. And I was looking at the statistics. A lot of times to get that 32, use this because of a company match, 401k, whatever, and you can get a full 32%, especially if your company is matching you, you're buying the same thing, but you're doubling what you're buying, you know. But this is my personal portfolio, and it's just 16%, and I was like, yes. So, brought in some cash, and then this year, bring in some more cash, and it's cash that I don't have to work for. So I'm like, let's eat, baby. Let's eat. All right, let's see what this guy's talking about. Let's see what Industrials Playbook, Energy Components, amid U.S. push. Let's see what this one's talking about 2 hours ago.
So it has been a really interesting year so far, in the short year so far for industrials, because we've started to see some rotation, some broadening that everybody has been waiting for so long. What do you think have been some of the tailwinds that have gotten folks back interested in the industrials?
I think every year when the calendar turns, there's a bit more optimism around industrial production in the U.S., capital spending, this kind of U.S. onshoring theme that's been happening, I guess, or at least talked about for it feels like over 10 years now. And every year that comes around, with the prior year being relatively sluggish, hope kind of springs eternal that we're going to inflect in the coming year, and that's been part of this rotation that's really been happening since last October when there was a stark realization that the data center build out, which has been a huge driver of growth for my sector and industrials broadly, was happening, and all these results came in really strong on that front. Those stocks had a nice move, and the divergence between those growth stocks and your kind of run of the mill industrial got too wide, and that reversion has been happening really for 3 months, but is kind of carried into this year as well.
Yeah, and indeed, to your point, industrials were also the third best performing group for all of last year. They were up something like 18% as a group. So I guess that begs the question, will these hopes finally be realized this year? Will we see another year of that kind of outperformance broadly throughout the sector?
Just keep in mind, industrials is a broad universe. So I cover 20 stocks, and I would say there's 5 or 6 of them that have exposure to this data center theme. So that would be basically like our Mag 7, if you will. And those stocks continue to trade at a pretty significant premium and probably carried the majority of that outperformance last year. So make no mistake, the growth game in town remains AI, or as we call it in the industrial world, because it's a bit more tangible, data center build out. So that is the key driver. Outside of data center, I would call it a sluggish recovery, but a recovery. Things are getting better. Order trends are improving, but I think the term inflection is thrown around way too much. It's a recovery, but it's relatively sluggish. Look at capex budgets that have come out. Oil and gas obviously is a key part of the capex economy, and Chevron, Exxon today really kind of subdued capex for 2026. And the run-of-the-mill industrial player outside of maybe life sciences or semis is not really spending much more capital. There's still a lot of uncertainty out there, geopolitics, demand, most importantly. So I'd say recovering, but at a pretty moderate pace.
All right, so That sounds good. Things are recovering. Like I said, I don't even know what in my portfolio went up. The individual stocks, I have individual stocks and ETFs that pay dividends in the portfolio, and I just saw it move up. I didn't even look. I was like, oh, well, that's some big green. That's all I carried. I was like, yo, and I'm if I don't see anything that I like today, I'm definitely gonna be going and doing some dividend shopping. I like the performance that I'm seeing, and I am a continual buyer when it comes to that long term portfolio because I definitely see the benefits month to month. Seeing the dividends come in, and of course you got to pay ordinary taxes on them, but it's for working time that you didn't have to do. So I'm like, why not? Why not? Let the company provide for me. Not only are they providing to pay bills, they're providing to invest more. So I just turn around and just straight up invest it back in there. All right, but yeah, DKI continued to rise. If that's gonna be the leader on today, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything else with any catalyst that I really like on today. And it is 7:32. I'm about to jump off of here, get ready for my morning meeting. Everything's looking trash, but I would definitely say keep an eye on Oracle. If it starts sucking up volume and everything because people are excited or they dump it. You know, they're like, hey, Oracle's trying to make too much money too fast. Let's jump out of here. You may see a sell-off at the open on Oracle, and it may get a lot of people active on it to the downside. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking downward because making money or putting out a catalyst that, hey, we're gonna make $50 billion. That's a great thing, but that takes time, and the market is so reactive. They're like, where where can I make the money now? Is what they're gonna be asking. So I'm thinking it's gonna be downward, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. We'll see. That's my estimate on Oracle. And DKI is still doing its thing. Swivel, not doing much. All right, yeah, I'm going to jump off of here. If I don't see anything, I'm definitely going to be doing some dividend shopping today, and yeah, or adding to my current positions. Also, there was circulation of a new, not virus, but something coming out of the Asian countries that's spread around with animals. I've been watching that as well. Of course, I already have some medical type stocks like Pfizer and Moderna and all of those. So I just been watching what's going on. Will it be contained over there? A lot of things have been shut down as far as traveling things to those areas that are affected, but they tried that with COVID, and it's like it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, oh, it's not gonna get over here, blah blah blah. They did say that it doesn't travel by air like COVID, because COVID, you can be in the room, somebody cough and all that. It just comes from usually a long time or a long exposure period. Like if you're actually living with the person for a long period of time, you can contract it. But I don't know. I'm just looking and trying to see what's going on with that. I'll look deeper into it, but as for now, I just was reading some things and I was like, that doesn't look nice. Let's see what they come up with for this. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. As of now, still just looking around. Some reason Fuse. So Fuse, these are the three daily levels that we had here. It came down to this one, which was $2, came back up to this top one, 240, and finding another helmet up here, hit his head there, and now coming back down. So the trend, it came down right around almost to it, but the news catalyst, it being a platinum member, that just disgusts me. I'm okay. It is in the AI vein, but I'd rather have some stronger catalysts on the AI side. Up 44%. Why is DKI okay? It is coming down. I was about to say. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Fuse was the watch for the pre-market during the intraday. I'm not sure if it's gonna live up. Actually, before we go, let me check the shelf registrations if it has any shelves. on Fuse. It does not. I don't see any shelf registrations here. By filter. Nope. Not seeing any shelves. Okay. No shelves there. So that's interesting. Is a little bit higher outstanding shares and all, but overall it's kind of just doing its thing. Intel, please continue to fall. That's what I want, man. I want to add that to my portfolio so bad. I should have added when it was at what was it at? $20 or something last year. I was so mad I didn't buy that, but it is what it is. You can't get them all. You can't get them all. And I had the money to get it. It's like, I'm gonna wait for it to come out a little bit lower. Fuse finding that struggle point on that daily level right there. Again, trying to get past 240, but that daily level. That's why I usually just focus on daily levels because they really end up either holding or, they hold very well. So kind of just focus there. And it has room all the way back down here to 191 at this point. 91 drop. And you can see even when it came down to this day level, it did get a little bit past it, but then it swerved back in here. So I'm expecting it to do the same thing on this side. Get up here, kind of struggle and swerve back downward. Anyway, I'm about to jump off of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Other than Fuse is just, I guess it's straight up momentum at this point, with a little bit higher float, but it's working. Oracle already starting to walk its way down as well. 4 million shares traded. So yeah. All right, I'm about to get out of here for real. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.